Okay, let's get into it. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make a simple After Effects animation, just using circles and an effect called echo. Yeah, this is one I did earlier and uploaded to my Instagram, and I kind of took inspiration from this designer or artist slash scientist, really, not much of a designer, called Ben Leposky, and it's from 1952. And he basically took a long exposure photograph on an oscilloscope, which is a scientific tool for measuring certain frequencies and stuff like that. Okay, so let's just start over, right? Let's just get into it. Okay, so let's start again. So yeah, 1920 by 1920, 30 frames per second, and let's put this to like 5. Why not? Oh, 50 seconds. Why not? Okay, so we want to put a background in, and we can call it BG, just so we know it's the background. Lock it and remove the stroke. Okay. So let's add in our shape, and this is going to be the shape that we transform to create that beautiful echo effect. So what we want to do is just decrease the size just so it fits on the canvas. Let's say 550. Okay, now we want to make this stroke a bit larger so we can see it. And say if we were to rotate this now and start playing with it, we're going to get this weird perspective thing that happens in After Effects with 2D layers when they're put into a 3D environment, where you basically lose it at the middle point. You can't see this anymore, it's gone. This is literally just the shape, the outline of the shape. This isn't actually the stroke that we're seeing, or the outline of the shape layer. A way to fix this is if we open it again and go into the rectangle settings, to the rectangle path, and convert to Bezier path. Now we want to select this path here, go window, back down, create nulls from paths, points follow nulls. So now we have these points which, if we were to move around, would be correct in a 3D space. So we want to turn the shape layer off 3D, and we want to turn the rest of the nulls on to 3D. And I'm just going to create a quick null object that's going to act as the master, because we'd like the anchor point to be in the center. And as default, obviously, it's centered. So now if we were to rotate this in 3D space, it's always the same width in any perspective, but the issue we have now is we've got this weird perspective which we'll fix in a bit. What I want to do is turn it into a circle super quick. So I'm going to close that, go back down to here, the shape layer, and just add a rounded corners modifier, and just increase the radius to 1, however big it was. How big is it? I can't remember, but we'll say 150 divided by 2 and see if it is circular. Yeah, you can also go up higher. It clamps to the maximum, it really doesn't matter. So we can then close that again by pressing U, and we can click on this nullify layer and press R, which is going to open our rotation values. Let's select each axes and then go over to 3 seconds. let's go 2 seconds just for speed. And let's put them all to 180 degrees. Okay. So we've got this, but we've got some weird perspective stuff happening, which it's not nice. It doesn't look physically accurate. So what we can do is we close all of these layers and add a camera here. And we basically need it to be isometric, so it looks like it's kind of orthographic, architectural, that kind of thing. And the way we can do this is just to put it really far back, like that, all the way down there, and then zoom in loads. Like that. And now when we play it, it's going to play back nice and physically accurate. So we've got our movement, we've got our 3D stroke, it's physically accurate. Now what we need to do is just close off this timeline so it plays back and it loops. We need to add our trail effect. So we do this by going in and adding a adjustment layer. And oh, we've already got it down here, but yeah, we just add an echo effect. This is our effects and presets, which is here, if you need it. And we're just going to drop that in on our adjustment layer. So what echo does is it basically prints a bunch of previous frames or future frames on the current frame, and then reduces the opacity in steps along that, so create a kind of trail effect of your hand or anything you want, really. The circle in this case. So I'm going to drop this down to 0.2 and just whack that up loads. And yeah, it's a bit of trial and error to see what you like. So yeah, this is our values that I've used. Feel free to use different values, and I'm just going to let this render through now. Okay, that's now cached in. Brilliant. So we're going to create a new composition and simply just drop that in. Drop another one in, or a duplicate of initial comp. Apply a screen blending mode, and then just rotate it by 90 degrees. But yeah, that's essentially it. I'm new to the whole YouTube thing, but I really want to share my information and make it accessible to people. Yeah, if there's any feedback on how I'm communicating or editing my videos, or just anything that's going to improve the quality of learning, please let me know. I'd really appreciate it. And if you could share this or like, comment, all of that, that would really be appreciated. And yeah, thanks for watching.